Do you think porn is addictive?
I think so. For sure. I mean, 180 million unique visitors a day is a lot. Even like Jordan Peterson, I know that he says like there's not many studies on it. There's not a lot of like, we don't really know the implications of it. That can't be normal, that can't be healthy, that can't be like, that must do something. Because that's like significant.
Is Pornhub worried about ethics?
Not really. I don't think it's worried about ethics. It's a fucking adult website. It's kind of the opposite of ethical. I hope they all ban us.
Why?
Because I don't give a shit.
Earlier this year, a new firm bought MindGeek, now rebranding as ALO, and its subsidiary pornography websites, most notably Pornhub. The new firm, Ethical Capital Partners, says it sees enormous untapped value in the technology that MindGeek has created, both on the trust and safety side on moderation, financial security, data privacy. Mike Farley, one of the first employees at Pornhub and a current product manager executive at Pornhub, believes differently.
So compliance isn't about ethics, it's about...
Well, the government makes it about ethics.
Is Pornhub worried about ethics?
Not really. I don't think it's worried about ethics. It's a fucking adult website. It's kind of the opposite of ethical.
Farley elaborates on what he believes are the negative effects of the product his company produces, even invoking Jordan Peterson, a Canadian psychologist and popular commentator. Watch this.
Do you think porn is addictive?
I think so. For sure. I mean, 180 million unique visitors a day is a lot. I just don't think like, it just doesn't, to me it doesn't seem like something that would be good.
I know you mentioned like last time, like porn is the opposite of ethical. Like what does that mean to you?
Isn't it? Well, it doesn't seem very ethical.
It doesn't. But I just like, but so many people portray porn as like liberating.
Liberating. I don't know if it's, I think it's just the easy way out. I just think you're taking the easy way out. And like, I don't think anybody like watches porn and then like feels good about themselves after. It's not really something that you're just like, yeah, I'm the best. Like it's like ecstasy to like, what the f*** am I doing?
It's like an addiction.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think porn addiction is that's for sure. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think it's like a positive thing in general. I'm just doing my job. Like, I don't know. I'm not the ambassador of this industry. I have no idea. I've never really like, even like Jordan Peterson, I know that he says like there's not many studies on it. There's not a lot of like, we don't really know the implications of it. But one thing that he did say that I remember was like, yo, that's kind of true, is like, if you think of like the average guy is able to like see at any time that he wants like thousands of like the hottest women on earth naked at any point that they want, and they're like every time like you jerk off, you're like looking, you're like going through like whatever, like 10 videos, right? That's like 10 girls per like day, and whatever time you're doing in a week over years, it's like, man, like you've seen like thousands of the hottest girls on earth naked, right? Like in your brain thinks you've seen them in person, like there's no difference there, right? Like visually you saw it. And I think like that, there's no way that that's like normal. Like that can't be normal, that can't be healthy, that can't be like, that must do something. Because that's like significant. Like if you think of like the human species, like if you think of like the thousands of years we've existed before, the average guy would have seen like how many girls naked, and they would be like selected by like their local cluster of people that they have access to. It wouldn't be like, oh, here's the top 10,000 hottest girls in the world that you get to see from your phone whenever you want, right? So that has to do an effect on men for sure.
You seem to have a lot of opinions on like relationships, marriage, and he even mentions how
Well, that's because it's a critical
pornography damages relationships. What do you think about that?
I would agree.
Why? Like, why? I want to know what's your philosophy on it.
On what?
Pornography.
How it could damage a relationship?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like cheating a little bit in some way. I mean, it has to. So I think there's like the cheating aspect of it. I also think it's like you set like standards that are like unachievable. So you end up having like unrealistic expectations. Like if you're watching porn and like you're watching like fucking hottest like Russian millionaire girls that are like millionaires because of like people giving them money because they're the hottest in the thing they were on, and then they went to like this other thing with more people and she became the hottest of that platform, so then she ended up at the other, and it's like now because you search hot girl, she's the first one you see, and that's like a girl wanting to like only date Brad Pitts, you know? It's like, sure, but it's not really like, it doesn't make sense for everybody to want to like do that, you know? Like it's just, I don't think it's like healthy. I don't think it's realistic. Like it's not the real world.
While states and countries enact stricter regulations and sometimes bans on Pornhub, for better or worse, as Farley says, the product he builds will always be
Controversial, definitely. By definition. I couldn't care less. I hope they all ban us.
Why?
Because I don't give a shit.